What's up, everybody? First off, I'm loaded as shit. So, fuck everybody. Tonight, we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk shit, have fun, talk serious shit, all that coming up. What y'all think about Texas? What you think about the United States government's response to Texas and them supposedly stopping their gas exports? Oh, it's making it get ugly. That trucker convoy coming right by here. I will be out there. I'll film it and I will put it on the channel. I'll make it a short, so it's only 1 minute. But I'll be out there when them truckers come through. What's up? Come on now. 20 people. What's up? Hit that like button, people. I got to get it out there. Check your subscription, all right, to this channel. Because in my last 3 or 4 videos, it shows that maybe I got 25 new subscribers, but I've lost almost 30. And I'm looking at all the analytics and I'm going, nobody's unsubscribing. And I've heard YouTube does that. So check your subscription, hit the notification bell and the like button, please. Motherfucking right, I stand with Texas. Hey, who is that? Rachel Wimpsey. Wimpsey got the wrench. What y'all want to talk about tonight? I want to talk about what if Mississippi. Thank you, Derek. I got a question for y'all. I want to wait till a few more people get in here. But what would you do? Hold on. What would you do tomorrow? I had to make sure it was fucking Sunday. If you woke up tomorrow and the buy button was gone, what would you do? What would you think? How would you react? That's tonight's question. I need to write it down. Like I said, I'm high as shit, so I better write this shit down while we're talking, huh? Where's Corax? Somebody go find Corax and tell him I said bring his bitch ass over here to my channel. I want to talk to Corax. Paper shares of what? I seen you said that in the comments. Oh, fuck. What they just tweet? Hold on. Let me see if I can find the tweet. Can I share? I sure the fuck can. They let you share now. Now they need to let people come on. I'm checking to see what Adam Aaron tweeted. What would you do if you woke up and the buy button was gone? Tomorrow morning. Let me hear your opinions. What this motherfucker done tweeted? $20 minutes ago. Hold on, I'm coming. I'm coming, y'all. I just had to get over there and find it on Twitter. All right, I'm fixing to share the screen. That's how I share it? I'm trying to get over there. So I thought I could share my screen. Lord have mercy. I don't fuck around on Twitter. I don't know if I want this thing to be shared on Twitter or not. I don't need that Twitter fucking crowd coming over here, do I? Let me get out of there. I could share my screen, but it won't let me, it looks like. I'll be some bitch. I just found it. All right. Adam Aaron. "21 minutes ago, media's at my," he misspelled that. "AMC share price is so frustrating. The 2023 actors early 2024 box office. What? Almost all I think about is rebuilding AMC, but AMC based in Kansas City since 1920. So how about those Chiefs?" Why would this motherfucker talk about how bad the... That's all he does, man. Let me see y'all's comments. What's going on? What's going on? When she says she's going to drive down to Fidelity and whoop somebody's ass. We're talking about what would you do if you woke up tomorrow morning and the buy button was gone? How would you feel? What would you think? You don't understand the question, Robert? It's very motherfucking simple. You wake up tomorrow and the buy button's turned off. How will you react? And god damn, that's a simple question. I'm high, Robert. Don't pay me no mind. Y'all should have seen me trying to finish that joint before I got started. What y'all want to talk about? Taylor Swift is behind it. You know, if they turn the buy button off, you know what that means, right? They got some talking about the squeeze being tomorrow. I'm just glad I'm still holding. Because if one of the conspiracies that I've heard today, if it's true, the Evergrande failure and it happening right now, and they're fixing to have to sell off everything over here and shit like that to pay for that shit. That's an attack from China. That was a structured attack, is what I heard today, and it makes sense. They're not real shares, Maka. You're not holding no real shares, motherfucker. Ain't none of y'all holding real shares. But they don't have to have the share. They don't have to have a share for you. They got loopholes that they jump through. They put them placeholders in all them accounts. You realize that's exactly what they're talking about when you hear the phrase sold but not yet bought. If the buy button disappeared like it did in January 28th. Yeah, January 28th when they took the buy button. Same thing. If it happened tomorrow, that would mean, listen, that would mean they have tapped out and they're through. They cannot sell no more. Now, if you think about what that means, all right, you hear YouTubers and myself, we talk about the criminality. We talk about the counterfeit shares. And every time somebody purchases a share, it's a counterfeit share, period. Anything over the float. All right. And we've been over the float for so long, and all these placeholders is sitting in everybody's account. And they're waiting on us to push the sell button. They really need us to push that sell button, people. Ain't gonna happen. I got that suit right there against Citigroup. Where's Corax? Somebody go wake Corax up. Tell him I said bring his ass over here. Or Puzzle Raccoon. Where you at, Reba? What's a sell button? You know what I was watching? Who was that was playing that interview? Oh, Number One Son. Number One Son's got a series he's putting out. And I was scrolling through looking for something to watch. And I seen he's got the Project Popcorn thing. So I said, well, fuck it. I ain't got nothing else to do. So I watched that, smoked a joint and got high and said, fuck, let's go live and just talk shit. But that's a good series. I've never watched that Trey Trades interview. Is it even on YouTube anymore? Yeah, I'm expecting them to turn that motherfucker off any minute. I'm trying to get everybody prepared for it mentally. Don't be like these motherfuckers like we was acting in 2021. When they take the buy button, that's them giving up. Vlad took that buy button because he did not have any more money. He could not buy anymore. So when they take that buy button, that just means they're giving up. And they just gonna have to wait. Because we ain't gonna sell. But I'm anticipating that coming soon. And it's gonna be due to this Evergrande shit. That's not how it works, son. Then how you gonna sell it if they send you a paper certificate? How you gonna sell it? Who, me? I got Whimsy, and she's there. The only reason she'll boot your ass out is if you're rude. I like debate. I don't like rudeness. It's gonna be Evergrande is gonna be from what I'm hearing, it's gonna be bad. Too much love. Look, the way they got this fucking system set up, people. I bought a few shares the other day. Just because I think, man, they fixing to have to run this motherfucker up. Hey, Roger, we just hanging out and talking shit. I'm waiting on Puzzle Raccoon or Corax to show up. Somebody go wake Corax up. We just hanging out. What y'all want to talk about? We was talking about the truckers a minute ago. They're coming right through where I'm at. So I will be up on the interstate. Citadel's not the one in trouble. Your broker's the one in trouble. Fidelity, I wouldn't want to be Fidelity. It's coming right through here, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And I know how many people's going to be there. Boy, ooh. Just be smart. Robert talking about diamond hands, but be smart. Be smart, Robert, too. In 2021, motherfuckers didn't know what a sell button was. I know people that's told me that they was into the millions and they didn't fucking sell. And I said, are you motherfucking stupid? You had $3 million. Another person told me they was up $75,000 and didn't sell. And I said, you realize in Louisiana, that's like 3 years' pay. So don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. If something happens, and it's coming. Something's coming. Something's coming big. Citigroup done laid off. How many people did Citigroup lay off? I'm like, don't you start hollering bankruptcy, bitch. You gotta have our money. Oh, I'm reaching for some paperwork here. Where you at, Corax? I'm waiting on you. Where's your legal eagle mind at? I was going to do a video on making or writing ebooks because somebody wanted to know about ebooks and cookbooks and things like that. And I said, fuck yeah, I'll make a video about it. Here's rule number 1 for writing, okay? You got to be in the right mood. And I'm just not in a writing mood, so that's why I haven't done the video yet. My brother wants me to pick up the book where he's at, and I'm just not feeling it. It's a good story, but I don't want to write that one. Did anybody in here get Avalanche Secrets? Did anybody that's watching get where's a little green candle? She's got a copy. I gave her a copy. She's gonna give me a review. I think I could set that up. Anybody willing to read the book and give me a review? I will do 10 copies free. I don't know how I'll get to you. I don't have y'all's emails. You sure did, Whimsy. No, not for Avalanche Secrets. Avalanche Secrets starts off about the Alaskan Triangle. You're in good shape, Tom. Uh-oh. I'm getting messages and beeping and everything else. What's happening? Y'all hit the like button. I'm hearing the shit go off, but I don't see nothing new. Do not panic. Do not listen to these YouTubers. If they take that buy button, do not get mad. That means they're tapping out. They cannot sell no more. That's the position we want them in. But I've seen it already. That's what started my YouTube channel. I started my YouTube channel because Trey Trades and Matt Kors and them were screaming about the buy button disappearing. I'm going, what are you talking about, bitch? Shut the fuck up. That means Robinhood done tapped out and Apex tapped out. They take the buy button, that's it. And people say, well, where's the buy pressure going to come from? From them? When that motherfucker goes to climbing because Ken Griffin's lost control. You know how I know Ken Griffin, for sure, Ken Griffin lost control. Where you at? What are you saying? I'm not ignoring you, Donna. Say it again, because I'm trying to find it, but I can't see nothing. I don't see where you're saying anything. See, people get me fucked up. They think I'm making AMC videos, and I'm not. And I am, but I'm not. I'm a long-term shareholder. I was in this motherfucker before it was famous. I bought in at $3. Well, I bought in at $1. Bought in at $3. Yeah. And then it run to $7. And man, I sold it. And I was like, fuck yeah, I made over 100%. Then it fell back down. I told my friends, I said, man, AMC, this is it. Get in that motherfucker. Because it was a recovery play at the time. And then boom, it ran up to 12. Sold that motherfucker again. Then it went, I made 100% profit on that one too. Then it went from 12 to 20 and then 20 to 50. And I told I said, hey man, something's not right, because we were waiting on it to fall back and get back in. I said, stocks don't act like this. And I went to researching and I found out about the squeeze. But it was already over with by the time I got in. I got in July something. It was back down to 40. And I thought 42 was a good fucking buy. And I said, fuck yeah, it's going to run up to 72, pull back to 40s. Let's go. And I jumped in. I got smashed. It's everywhere. Gary Gensler, listen. Ken Griffin definitely lost control when DeSantis stepped out the race, because he put $20 million banking on DeSantis to become president so he could be Secretary of Treasurer. And when DeSantis stepped out, and then I seen an interview where Ken Griffin was talking shit about DeSantis, and I said, well, the love affair is over with. So Ken Griffin is through. He pissed off Gary Gensler, and he embarrassed Gary Gensler. I did a video on that. And when he embarrassed Gary Gensler, that makes the rest of the alphabet people mad. All right. He's the SEC. And then you got the rest of the alphabet. You just embarrassed their fucking brother. So they're coming after your ass. I've been seeing this for a month. I told y'all, go look at the videos where I tell y'all about Ken Griffin's through. The shadow figure from my books is making his move, and Ken Griffin's a big part of it. And you go back and look at all Ken Griffin's interviews that I'm watching when Angelo puts them out. That man has always been on our side. Why have people gave him such a hard fucking time? Yes, he set little bitty baby fines, but what he's done is create a bread trail of every time they do it, the New York Stock Exchange ain't doing nothing about it, and he's having to step in. Even though it was little fines, he's created a breadcrumb line that leads right to the fucking New York Stock Exchange. Oh, Lord. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? I don't want to miss it. You got to forgive me. I'm behind as shit. Oh, why ignore my comments? There, my comment again. I don't see your fucking comment. I'm reading everyone. That's right. That's the only two I see, Whimsy. I don't ignore nobody. Where's Corax? Come out of hiding, motherfucker. Get out of them goddamn woods LARPing and get back to work. We got a war to fight. Look, you don't give a fuck. Honestly, now, you don't give a fuck whether they got a share or not. You just, all you need to give a fuck about is when you hit that sell button, will they have your money? I don't give a fuck whether any of them shares in my account are good or not. I don't give a fuck. Just have my real money when I hit that sell button, bitches. No, I'm not doing anything on crypto. They're making shit with crypto too difficult. That's right. The placeholders are your shares. That means they're responsible. When you hit that fucking sell button, I ain't talking about selling. You sell at the price you want to sell at. But when the time comes and you hit that sell button, fuck that buy button, man. I wish they'd had that motherfucker and would have stuck it in their ass. Because it would have been over with by now. Because what would have happened was with Robinhood, TD Ameritrade, Webull, and all them turning the buy buttons off, you could only buy from Fidelity and Morgan Stanley, and then they would have hit a limit and they couldn't have fucking took no more orders, and it would have been over with. Then they would have had to start buying shit. They must be blocking you because it's not coming up. Yeah, I just read his latest fucking tweet. I'll read the one where he said, fuck, I got it right here. Motherfucker, him and Taylor Swift, huh? All right, I found it. Let me share my screen real quick. I'll show y'all. Y'all didn't know he tweeted? He's talking shit. Watch this. This is what he said in December, okay? To the prophets of doom, certain that AMC would fail as a company and be forced into bankruptcy court in 2023. It is December 31st. So we all know that you were wrong. AMC is still here, still innovating, still blazing new trails. So he's saying the prophets of doom that talk shit about AMC, but then he talks about good about Taylor. Boy, he loves fucking Taylor Swift. I wonder if he sent her a picture. And the Book of Clarence, you get up here, and what does he do? Oh, we're so anemic. We just ain't where we need to be. Stop being a fucking Democrat and taking advantage of a crisis that happened 4 years ago. This one here, he's talking about. Some people didn't like that tweet, but it's all true. AMC share price is so frustrating. You have no motherfucking idea what frustrating is, bitch. Sitting in your fucking mansion. The 2023 actors writers strike have ruined the early 2024 box office. So he's telling us right now that a projected for our first quarter earnings is going to be shit. Going to be shit. I don't get it. Why the CEO of a company would continuously tweet shit like this. They fixing to get rid of his. They're fed up with Adam Aaron at that board, I'm telling you. I know at least 3 of them that have had it up to here with Adam Aaron. How do we get AA to commit to not dilute for 8 months and let it run up? You can't make, listen, you can't make Adam Aaron do a motherfucking thing. Don't worry. Adam Aaron is not controlling that price. The market makers are. Citadel, Virtue, they've admitted to it. Who do y'all think would be the first one to fall when the AMC shit hits the fan, or GME? If the GME shit hits the fan or AMC, who do you think would be the first one to fall? I'll give you my prediction. Yeah, Wednesday, that if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but it feels right in my heart. Well, that's all that matters. Virtue, nope. Fidelity. I believe Fidelity is going to be the first one to fall. I don't know why. I don't know what you're saying. Y'all know we're going to be having an election coming up, huh? It'll be at our next annual meeting. Yep, you all moved your shares there. All of y'all. Back in January, I was screaming back then, no, don't trade your brokers. Stay right where you're at. We got them where we want them. Everybody moved over to Fidelity. And I'm going, no. Do you realize how deep in the hole Fidelity must be? Yeah. Well, when I say fail, I mean they're out of money. They're going to do what they got to do. But there's a couple things that people see. That's the thing. Some of these YouTubers, they like to say, oh, I got it all figured out. And sometimes I say that. But the truth is, you got to keep all the options on the table. They can delist this motherfucker. There's so much trouble behind it. And we don't want that. It's going to be a brokerage run. Yeah. I see the same people that was telling everybody switch to Fidelity and they were wrong. That is the biggest fucking thing I've ever seen. To be able to say, I'm not a payment for order flow broker. I don't take money from Citadel and Virtue. I just give them my order flow free. And I'm going, why would a fucking company do that? If they're paying Robinhood millions of dollars for their order flow, why would Fidelity just give their order flow away? And you got to take that into consideration. Come on now, think about it. Why would Fidelity give their order flow to Citadel or Virtue? Because that's what happens. That's how they can say, we're zero commission brokers and we're not paying for order flow. No, you give the shit away. They listen, they gonna make money. All right. They gonna make money. Fidelity, I mean, on this order flow shit, there's got to be some money somewhere in there for Fidelity, some from somewhere. And the thing about it is, but then it's the only thing that I could think of. I could be wrong, but when they get the order flow before they send it to Citadel, they're front run it and then send it to Citadel. That's the only way they could make money. Is to front run it. And my God, the cases of front running being brought up is incredible. They're fixing to put it on the New York Stock Exchanges ass. I'm telling you, I'm just hoping and wishing that I could get ours in there first against the New York Stock Exchange, because listen, people, New York Stock Exchange can't beat what I got. It just ain't the right time, and I got to wait on the Citadel case. When the SEC and Virtue case gets over, then it'll be time to hit the New York Stock Exchange. I just hope I'm ready. Where you at, Korax? You son of a bitch. That video just jumped. I better have the fastest fucking internet there is. I just rented my other place, and I got upgraded. I need some internet. Chris, if you're on Twitter, you can send me a message on Twitter. If you're in my Discord, you can message me. Did y'all hit the like button? Fuck no, y'all ain't hit that like button. Check your subscription button too. Because I got like 25 new subscribers, but then I lost 30, and I'm going through my analytics and it's not showing anybody unsubscribing. So it's the YouTube algorithm that did it. They will not let me get to 15,000. You don't necessarily suck at trading. You suck at trading in a fucking rigged market. My brother made that comment to me the other day. Boy, they whipped your ass, didn't they? I said, who? These motherfuckers didn't whoop me. That's like playing Monopoly and them never running out of money. They just keep reaching in the bank and reaching in the banking and reaching in the bank. How the fuck I'm gonna beat you? When you run out of properties to mortgage, i.e. shares to sell, you're supposed to not be able to have no more. I have a plan, Peter. I do have a plan, but I would like to run my plan by somebody that I feel is equally, and I don't mean this rude, Korax, but somebody that I consider that's equally on my intelligence level with what we talk about and understands the intricate parts of the play that's happening. Korax is the man. So I'm waiting on him to contact me so that we could discuss what I have, because I respect his fucking mind. Some people said, well, I thought you and Korax was beefing. Yeah, but it's in good humor. I mean, he's really, 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 really an angry person. And when I see that, it upsets me, because I know the story of Jonah. And I don't like that. I don't like when people are angry, because I know what it does. And we've had flips and flaps, but it's been in good humor. But he's probably the smartest person legally that AMC community could have, would be Korax. I'm good with argument, and I'm good with researching and everything, but Korax is on a level up here to me. I believe me and Korax teamed up together, we could beat these motherfuckers. We'd have them on their knees. But I got a strategy, and I want to run that strategy, like I said, by somebody that I think is equally as smart as me. When I tell them the strategy, they don't have a bias. They say, no, that's crazy. He'll consider the strategy on a neutral level and tell me if he thinks it would work. Because I don't want to go after 15 fucking defendants. Do you realize how much paperwork Al is getting right now, when they started slamming him with all them fucking briefs and everything else, I'm sure he feels overwhelmed. And I don't want to go through that. I'd rather hit that motherfucking first domino, bam, knock their ass down, and hit the New York Stock Exchange next, bam. When you got them two, then Adam there and your bitch ass is next. If I can get Citigroup and I can get the New York Stock Exchange, Adam Aaron and them is clawing back them fucking bonuses. And there's going to be some answering to do. But I don't think attacking all of them at once is the smart thing. And I want to run what I'm talking about through Corax and let him and Puzzle Raccoon go back and forth with it and figure out. They need to go live. I love when Corax is live and he's got Puzzle Raccoon on. I know y'all don't know who Corax is. He's just another YouTuber. Simon, honestly, I really don't want to make a move because there's a couple of moves I could do. We got Charles Fody down here, and he's bringing suit already. So I'm thinking of reaching out to them with my lawsuit. But before I do, and before I embarrass myself, I would like somebody professional who knows what the fuck they're talking about and can be non-biased, look at what I've done and tell me. And I think the one person that's really good, and boy, if it's bad, he's going to blast me about it. But that's what we need, because somebody like him who can look at it objectively and tell me what, if that's, I mean, I respect the man's mind. He needs to come on out the woods and get back to fucking work. You know, Corax, I know you watching, bitch. When I seen that picture of you, at first I wouldn't accept it. I said, that ain't Corax, bullshit. And then I looked at it and I seen the girl and I go, wait a minute. Wait a minute. If that's Corax, is that Puzzle Raccoon? But Corax is a good dude. I know y'all don't know who I'm talking about. He talks a lot of shit. And then he bumped up against me. The truth. The truth. This shit's going to be like peeling back an onion. Man, Uncle Frank's in the house. Man, Uncle Frank, to be honest with you, I was watching the 700,000 truck rally, and they were discussing the routes they're going to be taking, and they're going to be coming right up our fucking interstate right here. And I'm like, you motherfucking right, I'm going to be out there with my flag, bitches. Yeah, they got some smug ones out there. You know, they love to say, CSI was wrong. Or like Cowboy Clown will work his, oh, I'm proud of Texas like a motherfucker. Work his ass off to prove me wrong, which is cool too. But then sometimes you got to give up the fight and go, this motherfucker's right. No, it's coming faster than most people think. You know, they've stopped. The federal government said Texas can't export their gas anymore, their natural gas. And Texas is fucked up. That's their retaliation. Since they won't let them on the border, they said, well, we'll cut off your exports. Now you fucking around. And they're going to fuck around and find out. Because here's what's something y'all need to know. When this shit really, really hits the fan, you'll know when they go and arrest some politicians. Okay. They'll run up in their fucking offices, no matter where they at, up in Congress or whatever, and they will storm them offices, and they will arrest people like AOC. They will arrest Rashida Tlaib for sure. That bitch is going to jail, and that's going to be the start of it all. But that's how they started. All your major, you got little conflicts, but when the shit hits the fan, that's when they go in there and they take their fucking politicians and they lock them up so they'll shut the fuck up. Now, you shouldn't feel that way. However, you also got to weigh in the balance. You have free speech, but motherfucker, you're a member of the House and the Congress. You have to be careful with the things you say, and they don't. They've said the stupidest shit. Man, yeah, somebody was. I wish he'd come on over here. I woke up and made coffee and everything, sat down, and I seen Tony had a live stream. So I'm watching that motherfucker. And they go, I said, how the fuck I did that? I was asleep. Look, PM Righteous. Who's going to side with us? Listen, don't make a fuck who sides against us. You understand? If you do it in God's timing, the person, for one thing, all right, wherever Corax is, if he sees this part, here's one of my strategies that I want to use. I don't know if I want to file this in a Louisiana court or if I want to file it in the Delaware court. And some people would freak out about that and go, oh, not the Delaware court. We know it's crooked. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah. And if I have to file it in the Delaware court, I hope I get Judge Zern. Because Rose's lawyer handled his business. He just wasn't the lead attorney. That's why I don't understand. Why won't he reach out to me and take this case? Be lead attorney in the civil suit against Citigroup and people. We're talking about, I don't even want to get into the damages I'm asking for. Yeah, we talked about the Evergrande. Whatever. Notorious. Triple damages on a RICO. Yes, that's coming up when you're talking about the New York Stock Exchange and the case against the New York Stock Exchange. That can be a RICO because they all conspired. ICE, which owns the exchange, conspiring with Citadel and Virtue. All right, all of them, and then Citadel and Virtue conspiring with the payment for order flow people. Yeah, that's conspiracy right there. And that's not a theory. What is going on? Uncle Frank, I watched your last video. Equilin. I wish on YouTube they let you have a guest. I would have brought Uncle Frank on. Shit. We talk every now and then. I'm just checking out the buttons. I don't even go live anymore. I think, hey, what's up, Super Steven? We're going to make it in AMC? Yeah. Yeah. It all depends on what this war's fixing to bring. But yeah, if it ends up being like that fucking movie that's fixing to come out, this country's fixing to have some trouble. AMC is going to be the least of our fucking worries. You let the federal troops show up at that fucking border. They know better. I don't know what you're talking about, Chris. That's above my head. My money's on the American people. And people, make no mistake about it. They said any able and willing American go to that border. There's fixing to be some shit at that border. And you got to think about it. You say, well, what kind of shit? Listen, them cartels, that's fucking army. All right. And they come across that border with their fucking tanks and their army. I mean, the cartel is a fucking army, people. When they arrested that motherfucker and had him in jail, they showed up at the jail in fucking tanks and said, you better let him out. And they let that bitch out. Do not think the cartel is some fucked up imaginary thing you see on the news. They talk about MS-13 and shit like that. Listen, that's a fucking army. The Mexican army is afraid of them. So you know they fucking bad. Do not think they talking about a few fucking Mexicans with some guns. They got tanks and planes and helicopters. They got an army. But you're going to get fucked up coming across that border, bitches. And I hope nobody brought their children, because that's not going to be a place for kids, I think. They're preparing for something big. Yeah, they're ruthless. Let me tell you something. That they're ruthless. Yeah, they're ruthless. They will cut your fucking wife's head off. Watch you fucking while they do it. All right. And your children, they don't give a fuck. They have no morals. Americans, 90% of y'all, you've never even had real violence in your life. You have no idea what's going to happen when these cartel motherfuckers that they put all over the United States rise up and go in your fucking houses and kill your children. This is not a joke, people, anymore. Not to me. Not to me. I keep that motherfucking pistol right there in that door lock, and the motherfucker that knocks on it better have some money. The finances, it depends. This would be a bad time to hold IBM or Exxon. Well, it might be good. No. Y'all know Russia's trying to take Alaska? They put out a fucking statement saying the deal that got signed way back then in 1860 something. Yeah, that was an illegal deal. Alaska still belongs to us. I said, okay, bitches. See, that's how Russia does it. First, they said that about Crimea. Well, Crimea is really part of us. So they took fucking Crimea and people let them. Then they said, well, you can't, Ukraine's really still a part of us and they're trying to take it. Now they're saying Alaska. Now you fucking up. You better go fucking play. Russia, this is serious. And the Evergrande thing that's crashing at this moment could be a Chinese attack on our stock market. So yes, things are fixing. Now, I also think that means this shit's fixing to come to an end. The puppets are pulling their strings, people. Gary Gensler is coming out too hard now on these motherfuckers. They got so many rules that are starting Monday. And don't think they're playing around. They sure saying it. They sure saying it. They saying it on mainstream media. That ain't no YouTube shit. Russia said, oh, yeah, the Alaskan treaty we signed back in 1867 or whenever it was, yeah, that was illegal. So Alaska belongs to us. I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Get ready, Alaska. Amber, God bless Texas. Everybody type that and hit the like button. God bless Texas. If you stand with Texas, say God bless Texas and America. Texas, let me tell you something about Texas. Motherfuckers in Texas have been waiting for this kind of shit to happen. They've been wanting to be the ones that can say, we fucking succeeded from the Union. Fuck them. God bless Texas. Even though you got a few people in Texas I don't like. Still stand with you. See, that's a prime example. We can bicker on YouTube, but see, when the shit hits the fan and I gotta grab that motherfucker right there and I gotta help Denaro out, he's a fucking American and I stand with him. We'll bitch about YouTube later. God bless Texas. And the truckers. I tried to, man, I did a video. It's up. I don't delete my shit. Where I was trying to get them to rally truckers for Trump because the truckers are so powerful, people. When they do what they're doing, and it's not just America, the Canadians are coming in to help us secure that motherfucker. Oh, Chris. Is that ain't Chris in my fucking Discord, is it? If that's Chris in the Discord, DM me that. That's a good point. If I could tie that to the case, that's really good. It's process, people. Korak's bitch ass. I've been going an hour. Korax ain't showed up. If I didn't want him here, he'd be over here giving me shit. Partnering up with Denaro, man, I'd partner up with fucking King Griffin first. Fuck them. And by saying King Griffin's name, I mean the devil. I'd partner with the devil. Because that's the difference. Why I like Korax, because Korax tells it straight down the middle, just like it is. There's no cutting to the chase. Now, can he be wrong? Yes, because I'll leave it alone. But the point is, he's non-biased. Tony's shit is completely 100% biased. He talks about he don't get paid. He sounds like Fidelity. Fidelity don't get paid for payment for order flow. Yeah, neither do some of these YouTubers, huh? You just doing exactly what they want you to do for free. How dumb are you? About as dumb as Fidelity. What's up, Floyd? I was telling everybody, y'all don't panic if they take that buy button, bitches. First motherfucker I hear cry about that buy button, I'm flying wherever they at and whooping their asses. Yes. Look, that's just something I've always felt, Steve, and people get upset and say, well, my average is this and I'm this much down and yeah, this lawsuit will only give me this much money. Listen, I'm trying to be strategic here. All right. And I'm going after one domino at a time. We knock the first one down, the second one down, the third one falls, fourth one falls. Wimpsy, you Texas tough? Yeah, I got some good shit here, man. I ain't gonna lie. And believe it or not, people talking about, can you work with Denaro? Listen, I listen to every fucking YouTuber, almost those that I can stomach. I can't stomach people like Bigums and them. I've never watched a full Bigums video. I can't make it through it. He makes me sick to my stomach. Donahue George, I got a confession to make, Donahue. Every single one of your videos, I jump ahead 21 seconds because if I got to hear that goddamn warning you give everybody again, it drives me crazy when they give that fucking, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. And I'm like, yeah, look, if people's going to take advice from Mr. Potato Head, they need to lose money. So tell me they won't. And I ain't making fun of you, partner. You know I love you. But I do. I skip ahead 21 seconds. That's how long his introduction is. And I'm thinking to myself, how do you remember that shit? Because mine's very simple. I get my shit in 2 or 3 seconds and get into the video. Not because I'm in a hurry, because I can't remember that shit for 20 minutes. Or excuse me, 20 seconds. I'd have to read it every time. Yeah, look, everybody. we fixing to have to go save Billy. Apparently, Billy was crossing the street when the truckers convoy come through and they knocked his ass off. Save Billy. I remember when that shit come out. I did once said, fuck Billy. Look, guys, this is what ape is like. This is what we have to do, guys. And then they all sold. They all sold. I'm talking about save Billy and them bitches sold. They didn't save Billy. But they all fucking made money. Those are the YouTubers you should be mad at. What's up, Vince? Chicago. What's it like up there in Chicago? How many illegal immigrants y'all got up there? Jackson Hunter. Let me tell you something. Respect, okay? When I heard that man cry to his fucking followers that he couldn't pay his rent and it was $1,800 and he needed their help, I got fucked up with it. And I'm like, your rent's $1,800 and you're asking your followers to help you pay your rent? Why don't you downsize, motherfucker? Where do you live for $1,800 a month rent? Fuck that. And I've never liked him ever since. He could do anything. He could make it write an ebook like I'm doing, where I'm trying to learn my writing skills and stuff on ChatGPT, and I'm making them ebooks. I made the first 2 to tell the story about what's going on in AMC, so people could get a clearer understanding. Then it led me to the next book that my brother wanted help with, so I helped him write that one. Then it led to the Avalanche of Secrets, and that turned out really, really good. Each one I'm doing is getting better. But you sell that. You give something of value to your followers. You just don't go, please, y'all help me pay my rent. You give something of value in return. I don't think ChatGPT likes it at $4 either. But it told me it don't have any shares. They're not holding. ChatGPT is not holding AMC. They're not shorted either. You'll have a chance to vote Adam Aaron out at the next meeting. Lou versus, what do I think about Lou versus Wall Street? What do you think about Lou versus Wall Street? There was a time when I got in this play. The moment I waked up, I grabbed my phone and I looked to see if Lou put out a new video. I was so hooked on Lou. Him going down there to the park to play with the ducks and shit. I even did a video one time with a duck in it, just talking about him. He's somebody that would be cool to know. Do I trust him? No. I didn't trust my best friend. Motherfucker asked me one time, he said, "Can I tell you what I really think about you?" And I said, "Yeah, fuck. Do it." And he told me what he thought about me, and it wasn't that bad. It was pretty good, I thought. And he waited a second, and he said, "Well," and I said, "What?" And he said, "You gonna tell me what you really think about me?" And I said, "Okay." And I said, "If we was driving in a car and I knew we were supposed to turn right, but you turn left," I said, "I'd shoot you in your face right then. I wouldn't even think twice about it." And he said, "What in the world?" And I said, "Because you're too meticulous in the things you do. And if you took a left, you took a left on purpose. And I knew we were supposed to take a right. So you got to be trying to kill me. So I'm going to kill you first." And he said, "God damn, man." And I'm like, "Hey, that's how I feel." Till you started listening to who? Me? I can't even remember when we were fucking $20, $10. I watch some of these videos, the older ones, and I see the price of AMC and it breaks my fucking heart. I learned a new trick on ChatGPT. It's fucking amazing. I think I ought to do a video about that. Well, what it is, it makes the video. A little green candle's here. Thank you, little green candle. She's talking about how good the ebooks are, and she just got the new one today. She's gonna read it tonight. Oh, I'm telling you, I had no idea how that book turned out. It just spun right there at the end. And I said, "Holy shit, I can't give no spoiler alerts." But people, I'm telling you, the drama that's in this other book, this new book that I got, man, it's good. It'd make a good movie. And I can't tell you anything about it because everything is so connected that if I told you one thing about the book, then I kind of given away the end. They got clues in it to help you figure it out, but it's good. With this AI, that's why I want to write a mystery novel next. Is like a serial killer book. Because this fucking AI, you don't have to be smart, people. All you got to know is this is what I want my book to be about. And ChatGPT will ask you questions along the way to help you out. Well, do you want it in the city? Do you want it in the country? Do you want it this? And you want it in the United States? Or would you like it in London? Shit like that. And then they help you build the characters, you know? And man, how this last one turned out was so fucked up. It was crazy. When I got to the end of that story, and I said, "Holy shit, what a twist." It would be a fantastic movie. I could do that, I could just put this book that I just finished in ChatGPT and tell it to write the screenplay. If I wrote the screenplay for this book and everybody liked it, maybe we could get AMC distribution to put the money up to make the movie, because it's good, people. It's really, really, really good. I put out 1/20/2025, which is about FBI agent Elizabeth Shaw, but that's about the border. And I anticipated this not to really happen and kick off until inauguration of the new president, which is January 20th. So that's where the title comes from for that book. Then the next one I wrote was a second Elizabeth Shaw, and it's, man, I was shocked. My brother's ready for me to write the next one. And it's about a billionaire who wants to clone Jesus. Ethan IOU, Keenan Donahue, Thomas James. Ethan don't have a YouTube channel. That must be Lou. Man, that ain't cool how you threw Donahue in there. Because see, now if I don't say Donahue and that's my partner. But when you say DD, that means getting down, getting your hands dirty, getting into the research and finding out what the fuck is going on. DD. I'm not talking about somebody do a YouTube video. Thomas James, I had a lot of respect for Thomas James 2 years ago. But I caught on to his thing, you know. What's up, Grandpa Barney? What took you so long to get here? Have you been here? I ain't been looking at the comments. Yes, I did. I bought a few shares. I don't have many. I had an account, a brokerage account, and with Webull. And I want to build that account up. So I said, well, fuck it. I'll just buy AMC and maybe this motherfucker will squeeze and I won't have to try to save none. So yeah, I put a few dollars of savings in Webull because that's a quick one and I can get my money real quick. And I bought a few shares, but that's just a savings. I got my other shares. I don't want to just. I love Donahue now. I'll shake Donahue's hand one day. I heard him. I heard Tony say something about Grandpa Barney pays them through super chats or some crazy shit like that. Yeah. Okay, Grandpa. What you need me to say, Grandpa? Need to hit that fucking money button. What you need me to say, Grandpa? I'll say it. Don't hate your enemy. It clouds your judgment. Michael Corleone said that in Godfather 3. I was just watching Godfather 3. And I try to tell everybody, don't hate Gary Gensler. Don't hate Ken Griffin. It's going to cloud your judgment when the time comes to look at certain evidence. And everybody's been gauging Gary Gensler wrong. His hands have been tied. But somebody untied them motherfuckers, and he's like a pit bull on Citadel and Virtue's ass particularly. And he's cutting them off at the New York Stock Exchange. They just passed, and it's going into effect. You can't be a market maker and a broker-dealer. Why? Because they're swapping out the fucking order flows and front running everybody. So they're stopping that right now. Bam, that stops. I think tomorrow. I have to go back and watch Angelo's video. Did y'all know? People telling me they didn't know this. How do y'all not know? Ken Griffin is building $1 billion smart home. $1 billion this motherfucker costs. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what, motherfucker, that's going to be real cute. When we get that out that motherfucker and we turn it into the ape museum, Ken Griffin's $1 billion house. Because he's gone, people. Did you see when DeSantis stepped down? That was the end of Ken Griffin right there. It's like open season on that motherfucker right now with the SEC. Get ready, DOJ's fixing to be stepping in too to help the SEC. I was telling them in the beginning of this, I've never watched the interview with Adam Aaron and Trey Trades. I've never seen it. I've seen clips of it, but I've never actually seen the video. I don't even know if it exists anymore. Oh, my back. Oh, I get so tired of sitting down sometimes. People are like, I've seen a clip somebody played where Adam Aaron said, we're not even considering a reverse stock split or a split of any kind. And they're playing that clip now. And they're saying, see, he knew he was going to do it. Well, no, you got to show the day he said that, did he really believe that? When did they start planning and that would come from the email. I can tell you when that happened. When they started planning the ape, they're not in order, and I'm high, so y'all forgive me. That's the email right there. That's why I'm talking about people talk, oh, Adam Aaron's trying to bankrupt the company. Look, they shitting in this email with one another. They're shitting. They can't believe the fucking price of ape is falling. I don't understand why people get so fucked. How we can get these YouTubers get it so fucked up. I don't know. I have to find it. That's the fiduciary law thing I bought. So I'd have a very good understanding of fiduciary duties. Who has it, who don't have it, and shit like that. No, Peter, a boycott could not help AMC. I do not promote a boycott of AMC. I love the company. I was an investor in AMC before all this squeeze shit. I done told the story. I ain't telling it again. Go watch it. But I love the company. I hate the management. Just like I love this country, but I hate the management. All right. Same thing with AMC. I love the company. I just hate the management. I can't stand crooked ass people. And I can't stand that he hurt so many people with what he's done. And I'm concerned that everybody's going to start following a leader that's going to stand in and say, well, I'll take the reins of AMC. But then again, they might sell that AMC before all this shit even happens. But nobody's going to do it. You come in and you see the real books of AMC, and them motherfuckers like, no, I don't want no shit of this. That's what happened with, who is that? Uncle Frank would know. Super Steven would know. Somebody came in and they were going to bail AMC out, and then they changed their mind and said, man, fuck this. And then they shorted it the next fucking week. And like, they just looked at the books. They know what the fuck condition AMC's in. And Adam Aaron, oh my God. I've never seen a crook as bad as him. Good God. See, y'all got to understand, he's not against us, but he's not for us. He's for Adam Aaron. Investigate him for what? Who's going to investigate? No. I can't say no, because you got to understand. Gary Gensler, he's got a super fucking mind. That's an MIT professor, motherfuckers. I sat in one of his lectures. All right. That was like 12 hours long. And he's got a mind. So he may be able to catalog that shit and know who Adam Aaron is, but his main focus is taking Citadel down. That is Gary Gensler's main purpose. Doug Sipu could step in right now and save Virtue if they turned on Citadel. If they sided with SEC and turned on Citadel, Virtue can be saved. But that's the only way they can be saved. Oh, Tony D, what's happening? I don't know who Scott Allen is. Well, Tony, you know, I used to believe, and I Googled it, and then I asked ChatGPT, you can please some of the people some of the time, but you can't please all the people all the time. Some people just not going to like what you do. Some people are not going to like the direction I want to take my lawsuit. That's all right. Some people are going to like the direction that I take the lawsuit. So it's 6 in one hand, half a dozen of the other. Where's Corax? Email Corax. I know you got that motherfucker's phone number. Text Corax and tell him bring his bitch ass over here. I want to see Corax. I can't fucking invite nobody on a live stream, or I'd have you on, Tony. Go live and send me a link. Is Scott Allen somebody important? Is it supposed to be like somebody I'm like, oh wow, he's doing videos about me? What member of the Wisconsin State Assembly? I'm guessing that's not him. I can go up here to the videos. Representative Scott Allen. I don't know. He's apparently not important. Google don't know who he is. Oh, that's Bader? Oh, man, I don't give a fuck. I like Vader. I like people that speak their mind, all right? But I also like people who will stop and listen to the other side of the aisle and then make a decision whether they should act that way. Kind of like what I think about you. You see somebody fucking message, you know I'm blocked, Tony. You know I'm blocked. And you know I can't comment in your chats. So whoever did that the other night, you son bitch, I'm going to let it slide. First time. What's up, CSI? Oh, I do. I can't watch an Angelo movie and not video and not think of the Count from Sesame Street. Maybe that's why I'm connected to him. The fond memories of Sesame Street's connected to Angelo because he looks like the Count, and he would say, "AMC's gonna squeeze next week." I like Angelo's reporting. Now, he gets, hey, Courtesy, what's up, Courtesy Flush? I don't really pay attention to that shit over there. I'm too high. But I see Courtesy Flush is in the house. You know me, Courtesy. I'm exposing that bullshit. We're just hanging out. I really, really, really did not want to make a video and have to sit here for 3 hours editing that motherfucker. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. I go live. We'll do it like you do it. Do I still call him Cowboy Clown? You think Corax is in the house? Corax. I like Corax. If y'all think Tony DeNaro's in my fucking chat, I better not call him Cowboy Clown. I based the whole character in my book on that motherfucker. It's based on a true events and it's all fiction. Corax, I'm trying to figure out how you're going to play into my next novel. Have you got my message, Son Gun? I've been looking for you for 3 days. But I figured you was out LARPing. And I said, well, I wish that motherfucker get out the woods and get back to work. I got to think that, mate, I can't call you the Penguin. You can't be Corax. I can't call you the Penguin because he's in Batman. One of the characters in the book is Matt. And the character, instead of wearing the duck shirts and shit, he wears turtles. Man, I seen that picture of you. They said, you got to see this. And I seen it and I said, there ain't no motherfucking way. And then I got to thinking about it and I said, now this is a motherfucker I can trust right here. Anybody that goes out and does that kind of shit because they love it, you got to respect somebody for doing and following through with doing the things that they love. And I was into Dungeons and Dragons when I was young. I still could do it, but I'm too old now. But I would have LARPed if I would have known they had a LARPing thing. And they get like, oh, he's a LARPer. Motherfuckers dress up and do Civil War reenactments. So you can't judge a book by its cover. I told everybody, Corax, you're here now. I told everybody, you're probably the smartest motherfucker besides me that I know. I have fun doing exactly what I'm doing, Corax. This kind of shit right here that I wrote and I took the time and I did what had to be done to get this thing just right. That is what I enjoy most in life. I have purpose when I'm working on this lawsuit because I know it's going to bring a lot of money. And I'm trying to recruit you. You and Puzzle Raccoon. Is that Puzzle Raccoon in the picture? That's not? Okay. Yeah, man, I seen that. And I said, motherfucking right, I could trust Corax. Look at this motherfucker. Anybody that says, fuck what everybody else thinks and goes and does what he loves, you can trust him. Yeah, I remember the Wolf Pack. People got mad at me and Froggy for blowing the whistle on that. Oh, shit. Got to keep up with the news. So, Corax, I need you to send me an email. CommonSenseInvestor2022 @gmail.com. And I'm going to send you the link to the file that I have put together with my exhibits. And I would like you to look at it and tell me what you think. Wow. Oh, you've been busy. I know you was busy with something. You ain't put you just did that one video. But you've been like 3 days, and I'm like, well, he must be on vacation. And I thought, no, it's the weekend, so maybe he's busy doing what he's doing. Ape Father. Oh my God. I ain't thought of the Ape Father in so long. Leave Corax alone. I heard him say in a video on one of his live streams, he hopes that at least that I take it as a joke, you know, having fun. And I'm like, yeah, for the most part, yeah. I respect his motherfucking mind, though. What happened to Denaro? He jumped out, or y'all didn't block him, huh? Okay, if Denaro's still here, I'm going to give a lesson. I'll give a stock market lesson if Denaro is here. I don't think he is. He ain't like me. Yeah, I sit through every fucking minute of that live stream of his. And I be texting motherfuckers. He's talking shit about you in 1 hour and 37 minutes. Mike. I think Uncle Fester leg wrestle. Why are y'all calling YouTubers names out? What the fuck got started up here where everybody started naming YouTubers? Yeah, God bless Texas. Amen. I can't tell y'all who, y'all hit the like button. I can't tell y'all who the funniest fucking YouTuber is. She's popping up in my stream again. I love her. I don't watch her videos, but I love her. She dresses up like a fucking parrot or something like that. There used to be a guy that dressed up like he was a fucking UFC wrestler and shit with the makeup, and what was his name? The bird lady. Yeah, we just kicking back, reminiscing. I told y'all in the beginning it was going to be fun. Tony's not here, so I can't give a lesson on are there really synthetic shares in the market and how many there would be. I could tell you how many shares of AMC they counterfeited in Brazil. I can tell you that. I know the answer to that. Everybody call out Tony's name. Red Star just did it. Tony, where you at, Tony? Wait, oh, you gonna get the big one on me? He wants love. Y'all want to ow. You want a cookie? Look what he's doing to me. You want a cookie? Come on through that motherfucking door if y'all think you're gonna get past that bitch. The gun is my second line of defense. And that's why I don't understand why everybody's mad at Gary Gensler. The SEC, them no good motherfuckers. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Look, I got a friend, and she'll come over, and she's got all kind of shit, new shit. You gotta try this. You gotta try. And I'm like, bitch, just roll a joint. You know, gotta try this new way that rolls a cigarette, rolls the joints and that. And I'm like, just roll a fucking joint. We ain't got to go through all that. Okay, son, I'll get to some in a second. Of Corax, are you willing to look over that over my case and tell me what your professional opinion would be? I understand you can't give legal advice, but I'd like to talk to you about strategy. Cool. And I'd like to connect with you because I've said it in several videos in case you missed it, and I wanted you here. Just one of the reasons why I wanted to go live was to be able to talk to you and tell you that I respect your mind, man. And I do believe that you and me teamed up together, we could prove what they've done. All right. I think I've proved it. I just need somebody that's not going to be biased, who's an AMC shareholder, and it just has to be the market manipulation. I'd rather, because I watched Tony and I heard something Tony said. And I said, wait a minute, my file back. Let me fix this. Why? Because Tony's right. Tony made the comment. He can't find any evidence that Citigroup underwrote or was the custodian, or no, excuse me. He couldn't find any proof that Citigroup created the BDRs. And I said, okay. Now he said he said it, they're custodians, but they didn't create them. The Brazilian market created them. So then I sat back and I thought about that and I said, you know what? The motherfucker's right. So I had to change all the wording in here to make that adjustment to where I'm stepping in as AMC and I'm accusing Citigroup of this that harmed my company. Doesn't matter. Corax has never fucking said that he was an ape. There are people who trade in AMC, then you can't get mad about that. There was a time when they'd hang a motherfucker for talking about selling their shares of AMC. They'd get the rope and have a tree ready for your ass. Y'all gotta understand, there's other people in this play. My channel, Tony's got 20,000 subscribers. I got 14,000. Lou used to have 70-something thousand. All right, but that's still such a small part of the population that when you're talking about, oh, he's an AMC YouTube influencer, really? Out of 3.8 million people, I'm influencing how many? He was playing the arbitrage play. Said he made some money. I don't see how you made no money, but I mean, hey, if you made money, wonderful. If you're still holding on, hold the fuck on. Corax, I have a pretty good fucking strategy, I think, going up against Citigroup. Next time you go live, I want you to read it, and then we'll talk about it. And then, because I don't feel it's top secret, to be honest with you, because the day one that you file the motherfucker, I got to send it to them too. They going to get a copy. So what difference does it make if they get it this week or next week? But I think I beat them. Chat GPT can't find a way around it. And I got a GPT set up to argue against me in my cases. That's their job, is to go find other cases that can counter my case. And it can't do it. After about the third trip that it went through with me and I made the corrections, when I put it back in there, it's like, man, fuck that. I can't beat that. I believe that. I believe you're about justice. I believe you're about, you don't like to hear people talk bullshit. All right. Like, for example, Thomas James. Every fucking video we're squeezing. That's just because new people are finding his channel. All right. And they, oh, yeah, okay. Well, I like to hear the squeeze shit. So they stay over there and watch that bullshit. But goddamn, after 3 years? You still hollering tomorrow's the squeeze. Check y'all's subscription button too, because YouTube's unsubscribed about 30 of y'all, 40 of y'all. I know. It's so boring in our community now. Like I said, I used to wake up every fucking morning and I'd check my phone to see if Lou had a new video out. If he had 2 or 3 videos out, boy, I was really excited because I knew I was going to have my coffee and watch Lou videos. I'm not the person to answer that, Corax. I'm the first one that can admit my limitations, and that kind of DD is above me. I'm more of an investigative type of person that can find shit. That right there, that's above my head. That's why I say y'all smarter than me. I give you credit for that. You're a whole lot smarter than me. That's why I'd like to partner up with you. And you tell me if this motherfucker looks good and we send that bitch in, we got a pretty good chance of getting justice. Oh, absolutely. I know trust me, God has humbled me enough to where I know my weaknesses. What's up with Donahue? I don't understand. I seen he did a video a little while ago. Get up there. You waited too long, see? You waited. I was trying to get Bear up here. Now you want to get up here, huh? Watch when I love on Boomer. Listen. Oh, that's a good man. Oh, that's a good man. What? You ain't getting another cookie. I got to take y'all out in just a minute. Give me a couple more minutes with these people, and we'll go outside. They got to take me for a walk. Oh. No comment, no comment, and no comment. This is the dip. Well, you got to understand the difference between a dip and a falling knife. I think it's over with, but you never can fucking tell. Now. Oh, fuck, that hurt. Meet Kevin. I never knew Meet Kevin. I know that was a big famous guy in the beginning, but he just didn't gel with me. I didn't like his face. I didn't say he wasn't a genuine dude. I think Mike is very genuine. I believe Mike has strong family values. There's a whole lot I could say about Mike. Corax, I've got a GPT that's set up that goes and does case research for me, and it's got access to God knows all the shit. They said 25 states are standing with Texas. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. What state's not going to stand with Texas? If whichever ones ain't standing with Texas right now, that's where the next busload goes, motherfucker. We'll see how fast you can stand with Texas. All right. It's about to get ugly. You got ChatGPT Plus? Because if you do, I can share the GPT I got with you. I got them all set up. I got 3 of them. One is strictly for arguments. All right. And I programmed it to be the world's best debater. If there's a way for my argument to be defeated, this GPT can figure it out and let me know. And I've 1 or 2 things that it tightened up that was pretty good. Then I move it on over and check and let's get some cases that work with this. That's in the other GPT. And then when it gives me the case, I go to the citation GPT and it checks the citations, make sure the case is relevant to where I'm talking about and everything. Yeah. When I figured out, I still ain't figured out how to add the APIs. That's giving me problems. If I could figure that out, you could put case text right there in as an action, and it'll go to take case text and do all the research for you. I'm on the line with Corax right now. That's one of the reasons why I went live, hoping he would show up, and we could talk about the lawsuit. He sent me a DM with his email. He's gonna overlook it. We'll talk about it. He'll tell me what he thinks the strengths are, if any, and weaknesses are, but there aren't any. And we'll go from there. Then I'm going to talk strategy with him because Corax will tell him, Corax, argument's only like half the battle. You got to have strategy when you work with this shit. You got to get started. You got to know how much all the filing fees are before you get started. And I mean to go all the way with it. You understand? Because I seen Al file one and it was $400 fucking. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. So, and ChatGPT said that you got to make sure your finances are right because you don't want to get halfway through the battle and can't file your next set of briefs. But I ain't worrying about it. God will provide. I'll tell you what it's about. I'm stepping in. I know, man. Look, this thing here, when it started getting past 12 pages, I'm like, oh, man, does this motherfucker really have to be that long? Because the shorter you can make it and make your points, I'm not here to talk all day to your ass. Here's what I got to say and be done with it. The longer you talk, even in a brief, the better the chances you saying something wrong. So you keep it short, sweet, and to the point. Fucking 200 pages and oh my God, I don't want to even get started. It was a good story. I told everybody when he did it, I was like, this is some good shit. And it was good shit. They did a lot of good fucking research, but you can't make allegations like the New York Stock Exchange was taking kickbacks from Citadel and to do the limit stop and go shit. And you can't make those kind of allegations because you can't prove them. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. This is chess, motherfucker, not checkers. You can go on and on and on with one of the greatest actors in Hollywood, Denzel Washington. He got some good lines. King Kong ain't got shit on me. Oh, thank you very much, Alex. See, it's going to depend, and they're going to, y'all not going to understand that there could be a strategy. And when I explain it to Corax, and he could tell me whether he thinks that's a good legal strategy, and I'm going to tell you who else I would bring on board with me in this lawsuit. I'd like Chancery Daily to make a round and come back. We're gonna, I'm telling you, some of y'all are not gonna like the results. But this is only the first domino. You got to remember that. That's part of my strategy. I don't want to be, that's what I was, Corax, I was telling them, can you imagine how much paperwork Al's having to deal with? Because you want to file complaints against 15 motherfuckers. Stop. Each one of them's going to have fucking briefs. All right. Oh, Lord, it's the illegal immigrants. I was telling my family, this fucking trailer park's done turned. Boy, look, it was a gated community. You had to have a card to get in this motherfucker. It ain't that way no more. They said, yeah, she was pretty cool. And people would be upset with her, but she was also a non-biased motherfucker. She don't have AMC. Well, I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what the evidence says. Kind of person, and I like that. She was shocked. I'm telling you right now, Chancery Daily was fucked up with Zern's opinion. She did not see that coming. Now, she wasn't expecting Judge Zern to make them hand over $1 trillion either, like everybody would love them to do. But she had non-biased journalism. And then Tony got caught. You're going to take that woman's, that's on her paywall, and you're just going to blast it on fucking YouTube. She got madder than fuck about that. You got to respect it. That's her intellectual property. I don't know. But one of my strategies that I want to run by Corax is going to be, what if we went to Delaware with this? And we could only pray that we could get Judge Zern again, a judge that's familiar with this again. And we're not going after AMC. We're coming to her as AMC. I think we'll have a different result. But that's for strategy talk, you know. Or do I go with it down here where I got Charles Fody, who's attacking Virtue right now? No, you can't pay everybody off. What's that fucking woman's name right now? It's going around on YouTube. They tried to bribe her to get out the Senate race. Some people can't be bought. Some people do have morals and standards. I believe that the AMC play was so detrimental to the financial markets. What they have done is so bad. The reverse stock split was really the only way to out of it for them. So she went along with it. That's what I believe. And you can consider it a national security threat at that level, that if they fucked up this bad to where you could crash the whole fucking market just on a handful of stocks like GME and AMC and a couple of other ones. Kerry Lake. Yeah, that was what I was thinking too, because they're Delaware companies. We're going to talk about it. I believe we'll have a totally different outcome again. And because she said so much, everything that woman said was positive towards the apes. And she even said, one of these women that's running for congressman, and she released that audio tape on that motherfucker where he was trying to bribe her too. When I talked, there was one YouTuber that I talked to, and I just knew he was gonna be the one that they used to come talk to me. And I recorded his ass. We have a one-party consent here in Louisiana. I recorded his ass because I was waiting on him to fucking offer me money. How much would you take? $1 million, 10 million? Would they give? Do you think them people would give me $10 million not to file this motherfucking lawsuit and to make sure that it's never seen again? Would they pay me $10 million? I do believe they would, but I wouldn't take it. I'm too used to being broke. I wouldn't know how to be rich. I like Carrie Lake. Now there's going to be a video of her at the fucking Beetlejuice play next, being felt up by a boyfriend or a husband or something. That was a stupid move. I've got two of them. I've learned that if I can program into it exactly what the book's going to be about, so it knows and it remembers what the book that I'm writing. So I've got I created a chat GPT for Avalanche of Secrets so that I could keep that conversation going with that GPT. It's a couple tricks that I've learned along the way. If you use ChatGPT, look down in the comments. Let me figure out. I got to figure out. I'll figure it out. I'll put it in a Word document, all my GPTs, and I'll make a video about them. I got the one I made for my little brother for gambling, and he's doing real well. And I've upgraded it. Some people had a problem with the Market Maven one that I did, but you got to understand that was back when they first did the upgrade, so there was some bugs. I've worked it out. I've got another one description in this video. Just go down there and look Common Sense Investors Toolbox. That's a ChatGPT bot. You see, I'm over here on GPT now. Y'all want me to share my screen and talk about ChatGPT for a minute? If I share my screen, can y'all still see me? All right, see, that's last night where I was doing some research before I did my video. I wanted to be sure because I knew I was right, but I wanted to be sure I was right. And I asked it to explain what an ADR was in case y'all missed that video from last night. And an ADR is foreign company like Alibaba Group, which is in Chinese, is in China. All right, and they want to sell their stock on the American Stock Exchange. Well, that's an ADR. So I was doing research there. These are my folders, all right, for all my stuff. That's my law stuff and money and everything. My argument writer, legal ape, and research team. But right here, if you click explore, and let me go to my GPTs, you see I got all kind of GPTs. This one right here is called the Snowflake Novel Assistant. All right, the Snowflake Novel is You tell it what you want your first sentence of the book to be. And then it builds from there. It'll build the first paragraph. And then from the first paragraph, it builds the next paragraph, and it just snowballs down to where you got a whole novel. And this little GPT, I haven't used it yet, but I set it up according to what the Snowflake novel assistant process would be. All right. Prompt is where when I put it in there exactly what I want the GPT to do, it creates the prompt for me to do it. All right. So there's no more thinking, me sitting there, because it took me a month and a half to do the programming for my brother's bot for his gambling. Now I can do it in less than 5 minutes. All right. Because I've used stuff like Prompt Craft Pro. I created that one. Hoops Herald, that's the new sports bot, the upgrade to the sports bot, where instead of going through there and answering questions one by one by one by one, it takes all the data that you want to look at, all your sports statistics, and does it all at once, and then gives you who it thinks it can win. New York Times bestseller review. That bot, which I didn't update this week, I don't know how to do the API keys that can make this upgrade itself. So I have to go in there every Wednesday and upgrade it. All right. With the newest books on the New York Times bestseller list. Now, why would I do that? That's on the store. And anybody that uses this to find out about the New York Times bestseller reviews of a book, if they purchase that book from this chatbot, it goes to Amazon and I get a commission. So that's one way of making money with ChatGPT. That's the investor toolbox that I told y'all about just now. It's in the description. Legal scholar with internet access. He's the one, she's super, super, super smart with the legal work. And then she uses the internet to come back and do her research. And the ones down here are kind of like the ones I first started with. Jake is my writing assistant. That's who actually helps me with my writing of my books. But you see right here, Avalanche of Secrets, I created a ChatGPT just for it. If you click on it, thank y'all for getting me on track. I love teaching. You go to configure, and it tells you what all the stuff is in the prompts. There's the prompt for it. And when this ChatGPT is writing, it's gonna write in the style of James Rollins and Douglas Preston and Lincoln Child. Those are the top 3 authors in this genre of book that I'm writing. Now, if it was a fantasy novel, I would have 3 different authors up there. But with these 3 authors, at the end of each chapter, I asked the GPT, will you get James, Doug, and Lincoln to review this chapter and critique it for me? And it does. And man, it turns out so fucking good. But this is what all it can do. It builds the atmospheric setting and shit. Dialogue and pacing. It needs to pay attention to the dialogue and that it's natural and reflective. So it does. But this was once I learned how to get this shit right here, this prompt, oh man, you could build a GPT in 5 minutes. All right, 2 hours, people. I'm tired and I need to make some more coffee and smoke another joint and go check out Noisy Corax's DM. Let's see, because are you talking about on Twitter? God, after you go to Twitter, you feel like you need a shower. Is this it? No. Y'all be careful on Twitter. Motherfucker sent me a link. Oh, there it is. Okay, Noisy, I got you. As soon as it's over with, I'll send it to you. It's over with because I got to go lay down. I'm tired. Fuck. Let me think. I just watched a movie. This movie was badass, people. I want to do movie reviews. I'd like, because I watch a lot of movies. Being crippled, either I'm doing this working on the case or watching a movie. And I watch a lot of movies. I've got access to a lot of streaming services. And I just watched the one. Did y'all watch the one where they kidnapped 26 kids off the bus? Chachilia or something like that. That was a badass movie. Little green candle got on your ass, I see. Oh, it didn't come out? I'll do a video about it. God damn it, I wonder why. I hate streaming. You do a video, it takes a minute to edit it, but at least you know it's right. You never know what's going to happen during a live stream. Anything y'all want to talk about? I'm just letting y'all know there's only 73 people here, but 1,000 people will watch it afterwards. 1,000 people. I'll get 1,000 views. He's doing it for views. You get one, and listen, I get 1 penny per view, and that's good. That's because people watch my videos almost all the way to the end. When you see the viewer count, half of that leaves within the first 30 seconds. That's in everybody's videos. 30 seconds, people know whether they want to watch your shit or not. Then from there, I retain about 50% of the people that's watching to the end of the video. And that's good. That's real good. And so I get a penny a view. Now, if you're not that good and people not watching all the way through your videos and stuff, you're getting less than a penny a view. I know everybody wants to do live streams. Go live. And I'm like, I hate going live. I'd rather do a Zoom and it be recorded to where, a Zoom call is going to work right. Shit with a live stream, you never know if the shit's going to be right. I got to get my beauty sleep. Yeah. Boomer's over there laying on my pillow. He gets mad when I get ready to go to bed because I make him get off my pillow. Go watch. It's on, I want to say, I don't remember where it was at. It was the case of, I think it was Tubi. Might have been Tubi I was watching it on. The case of Chilla, where they kidnapped 26 kids and the bus driver off the bus. And I'm like, holy shit. You kidnapped 26 children off of a bus and nobody saw nothing. That was a bad fucking movie. It's a documentary movie. And when they got halfway through it, I was like, well, now what? Do they catch these motherfuckers that did it? Cecilia. Something like that. Yeah, Whimsy, I think this week is going to be something. If they really, really, really struck out at Texas and told them they could not export their natural gas, it's going to be on in this motherfucking country. The federal government cannot punish a state for defending itself. Good night. And that's a good way. Good night. Good night. Hey, little green, little alien. Thank you. Y'all number one. He's in our Discord. Awesome people. Crazy documentary. I was enthralled. I was sitting there going, oh my God, what's next? Because I was so worried. I didn't know how it was going to end. It seemed to me like they were only interviewing half the kids, So I'm thinking, well, what happens? Does half the kids get out and the other half disappear? Well, I mean, I was in that movie. No, I don't use OBS. You got to download that shit. In my computer, it ain't gonna happen. Good night. Let me go. I got to make some more coffee. And then I'm going to go send this to Corax and let him and Puzzle Raccoon get together on it. I just ask that you keep it private till we talk about it, and then maybe we can release it to the public. If I don't see where it's a problem. Once you overlook, I don't want nobody looking at it till you do. Because if there's any edits, I want to get the edits done. Bill might need to be done that could strengthen the case for us. Then we can release it to the people. If it's a legitimate claim, you motherfucking right. If it's that, why you think I'm not going after Adam Aaron right now? You can't prove Adam Aaron really did anything. These motherfuckers is too good at covering their tracks, people. You have to use strategy to catch these motherfuckers. Have they done anything wrong? Yes, but it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. So you start with the first domino. Adam Aaron's ass is coming. Don't worry about it. He's got some explaining to do, if nothing else. Do I know? Do I believe that? Is it possible Citadel was paying the New York Stock Exchange to stop the limit up, limit down orders? I could believe they did that, but they're calling kickbacks membership fees to the New York Stock Exchange. So it's a membership fee. They're not getting kickbacks to do it. That's a hell of an accusation you can't prove. Can I prove that Citadel front run their customers? Yes, I can prove that. How do I prove that? I got the SEC cases that prove it, that they've done it 5 times. They have fined Citadel 5 times for front running. And I have to ask myself one question. Why does, actually 2 questions. Why does the SEC have to step in every fucking time to put them in check? Why is the first line of defense not working? Do you think they were over there in Israel? If the Iron Dome didn't fire off and defend that country, and it was always on the second line of defense of the missile, I forget the name of that defense line of missiles. That's the mid-range missiles. All right. That if the first line of defense fails, they got a second and a third. All right, missile defense. So if the first one never fucking goes off, we need to figure out what's wrong with this fucking defense. And that's my mission. I'm not going after Citadel. I'm going after the New York Stock Exchange for not going after Citadel. And I'm going to win. I'm going to win. When I prove this BDR case, that's their ass. That's Adam Aaron's ass, because we reported it to Adam Aaron. We reported it to John Merriweather. We have the email as part of the exhibits where we said, hey, they have created AMC BDRs illegally. And he knew all about it. And he explained how it's 6-1. And that's why they overtalk. If you let them, they overtalk. He explained it all. He understood whether you didn't do nothing about it. But I'm not going to sue AMC. I'll be suing myself. The Patriot missile system. It's got 3 You only hear about the Iron Dome. That's first line of defense. And if something happens and the Iron Dome fails, well, I mean, they're not just going to hope the Iron Dome saves them. They got a second line of defense. Everybody's crying about the SEC. SEC's the second line of defense. Why aren't you wondering why the first line of defense ain't working? That's the secret to winning. And what happens if they're not? Sooner or later, people are going to realize not everybody is corrupt. Okay. You only see criminals because we dealing with criminals, but not everybody's corrupt. If you had to ask me my honest opinion about Judge Zern, I believe they explained to her that this was a national security issue, that what if we did not do that reverse stock split, it would crash the entire stock market because all your other meme stocks has went through it. AMC's the last one. GME went through a split. All right. And so forth. Now, not a reverse split, but the point is splits. All right. Because they trying to offset shit. And they explained it to her and they said, if we don't do this, the whole market's gone. And it's possible that it could have done it, but not anymore. But they won't quit selling. That's the whole fucking thing. Damn, little alien. They won't quit selling. That's the whole fucking thing. If you push the buy button, Citadel or Virtue is going to accept that order. That's a naked position because they don't own it. That's my argument against them. And my argument against the New York Stock Exchange for letting them do it, for encouraging. The New York Stock Exchange encourages all this. All right. When Citadel takes, what do you think happens when Citadel gets that market order? They fill it on the New York Stock Exchange up to a certain amount that they want to manipulate the price of the stock. The rest of it goes to a dark pool. But Citadel makes money when they sell their order flow to the New York Stock Exchange because there's 3 different New York Stock Exchanges. I don't know if y'all know that, but totally I think there's 8 altogether, but I know there's 3 New York Stock Exchanges. There ain't just one. And they bid for the market makers order flow. Each exchange, I had a brain fart. Each exchange wants that order flow so they can front run. Everybody wants the order flow to front run, basically. Well, that's Floyd. That's just always been the way. But you got to understand when you do buy, you're gambling. All right. You're gambling. I've known it all along. I just didn't realize that it would come to this point. But you got 2 people fighting each other. You got Ken Griffin and Larry Fink in a battle with one another. All right. They're the ones controlling this. Right now, it's my opinion, the shadow figure is controlling Gary Gensler, and Gary Gensler's coming out on Citadel because this is retribution for what happened in January. This is not about me and you. We just along for the ride. I need some coffee. No, I need to go. We got a couple more minutes and then I'll turn it off. Let me get my coffee. Hold on. Oh. Oh, shit. What was we talking about? Oh, But we was talking about how dangerous it is. It buy and hold. I just bought a few more shares to put a few bucks in savings. I bought AMC with it. If it falls, oh well, it was part of my savings. I used to do that with SHIB, but Webull, I used to take all my savings, like I might put $20 or $25 in savings a week, and I'd buy SHIB or something like that with it just because it was a piggy bank. Well, now Webull, with the AMC shares I have there, that's my piggy bank. And maybe another week or two, I might want to put 25, 30 more dollars in there and buy 40 shares. Y'all have no idea, I think, how bad Adam Aarons fucked AMC up, I think it's pretty fucking bad. I can't prove it yet, but we're going to get in them books. We'll get in them finance books. Just got to get to that domino. Can't prove it. There's only one way to prove it, and that's to get in them fucking books. And there ain't but one way to get in there, and that's to go through the process. My daddy always said, and then I'm going to let y'all go. Every dog has his day, but a good dog gets two. So our 2 days is coming. We're just going to have to hold on. Like I said, we got a lot of shit going on in this country right now. We got the Evergrande shit in China going on right now. That's going to be I heard the theory and I can understand, and I'd like to hear more about it, how China's using the Evergrande situation to crash our stock market. Is that possible? Yeah, it's possible. That could be a fucking attack, and they've been planning this all along. But we got a lot of shit going on. Tomorrow starts the 700,000 truckers heading for Texas. All right. So we got that going on. Well, they're heading to 3 destinations, I believe. That's happening next week. Then you got the feds doing whatever they're going to do next week. You got Texas going to be responding to the feds telling them they can't export. Then fuck you. We're going to do it, whether you want us to do it or not. You ought to know how Texas is going to act. So there's a lot of moving parts. People get mad at me and they go, CSI, I thought you said it was going to run up to 20. Well, as soon as I go to work for fucking Citadel, I can set the price for us, okay? But until then, right now, I still believe in my theses that they traded them shares off because they're going to run this motherfucker up. But they're going to run it up in their own time. What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay, I am heading to couch. I want to thank everybody for showing up. Y'all hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed because YouTube is unsubscribing people from my channel. One video I put up, I got +6 subscribers. Another video I put up, I got 9 subscribers added to it. But then I look at the subscriber count, and I'm down like 30, and I'm like, how the fuck is that possible? That would mean over 100 people has unsubscribed because you got to offset it with the ones that did. So it's a YouTube algorithm thing. They don't like what I'm talking about. So if y'all will, please just make sure you're still subscribed, and I will see you in the next video. What do y'all want the next video to be about? Do y'all like my teaching videos where I break shit down like Tony and them missed it the other day? And I wanted everybody to understand what an ADR was and what a BDR was. Do y'all like those kind of videos? Well, of course. AMC is a very powerful force. Do not think this is just simply showing movies at a movie theater company. All right. Movie theaters from the beginning have always been a way to spread propaganda, and even in the movies today. Did y'all ever see the transgender Barbie? Y'all, I posted it on my community channel, but that's been a long time ago. They got a transgender Barbie. I see Barbie advertising. You can go watch Barbie, and I'm like, man, I'm not watching that bullshit. They got some good movies lined up. If they let us keep the theatrical windows on them, we're in good shape. But if they keep letting them fucking, like Beverly Hills Cop 3 is going straight to Netflix. Well, I don't subscribe to Netflix, but I'd love to see the movie. But I ain't gonna subscribe to Netflix just to see the movie. They should have released it to the movie theater. I'll tell you something too. Don't y'all follow Cowboy Clown's fucking advice. I heard him last night tell y'all, when when I see something wrong, I go and I tell that manager, I'm a shareholder in this company and I want this fixed. You go pull that shit and see how fast they throw you out that motherfucking movie theater. They must have some pussy movie theater managers over there where he's at. Thing about getting them on it all, I agree. But you have to be strategic in your attacks. If we could get access to them books, you want Kathleen Paulus to do whatever, because she's with the audit group. She was the head of the fucking audit company that's over there right now, Ernest and Young. She worked for them. She was a senior partner with Ernest and Young, who's keeping our books. And what Adam Aaron's doing and who he's doing it with and for, it's not jiving with a lot of them up there in Kansas. I'm telling y'all. I don't think him and Philip Lauder are very good friends anymore. Because you gotta understand, their reputation's on the line, people. And I mean the board. Their reputation's on the line. If we're not happy with the board and the way they're running shit, we vote them out. They don't want that. They want that position. What they do is a smart criminal steal a little bit at a time and you never miss it. The dumb criminals, they come in, they want to steal everything in the fucking vault and they end up getting caught. And that's what's going to happen to Adam Aaron. They try to steal everything. There's no way for them to unwind what I believe they've done. Now, can I prove it? That's where Corax comes in. Corax gets mad when I talk about shit. Like, they sold unregistered shares of Ape. I believe they're selling unregistered shares of Ape right now. With every dilution that he's done, he's gave them Ape as well. That's the history. All right. That's what he's done in the past. Can I prove that? Yeah. But the argument is not rock solid. It's solid, but it's not rock solid. If there's one question that you could ask that could defeat your argument, you shouldn't file it. I found one place that now causes me to doubt this, and it said that CBS, the one that just fell, the bank that just fell, they are the ones that wrote, that are the custodians of the BDRs. And when I read that, I was like, what? So I went and I researched it and it took me about half a day. And what it boils down to is they're not quoting a source. All right. I have a source. I've got the fucking Brazilian exchange paperwork, all right, to back my claim up that Citigroup did that. Now, if I file this and they didn't do it, well, then they have to tell me who did. So we just changed the dependent. If Citigroup didn't do it, they have to tell you who did. So it's a win-win. Even if this is denied, I still win. We're gonna find out who did that, and it's illegal. And I know how many shares they did. I know why they did that many shares. So I mean, I got a pretty tight fucking case, people. I just want a better, more professional opinion other than CSI. Maybe it's because I don't have as much confidence in myself, but I know that my argument's pretty fucking set. That's why I can invite Corax to take a look at it. And right now, it's 2 hours and 30 minutes. I'm really tired. What time is it? It's 12 o'clock. So, who is that? Alex. That author is amazing. Powers that be. Yes, I've read the 48 Laws of Power. I've read all of those. I was big. I could show y'all my college transcript where I had to take a leadership course. We had to read all that shit in college. Anthony Robbins, Awaken the Giant Within, 48 Laws of Power, the Laws of War. What's his name? John Maxwell, big leadership writer. You better be reading one of mine soon, Alex. All right, so I just wanted us to have a nice Sunday evening together. Let's chat and get to know each other. Tony shot out on us, so we couldn't have no fun with him. I would have proved that they're synthetic shares. I would have made him admit that they're synthetic shares if he would have stuck around, but he didn't. He got bored. So with that, love y'all. I was watching, believe it or not, another 48 hours with Eddie Murphy. I was watching that before I went to sleep, so I guess I'll go finish watching that and go on to bed. Love y'all. Be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless Texas.